There's nothing more British than fish and chips. Try our best ever hand battered Atlantic cod. So says the folks at the Marlborough Head. Well, these days the chips may come from Britain, but there's a good chance that although the fish may come from the Atlantic, it may not be the UK or the British part of the Atlantic, but the Russian part of the Atlantic. So that's the way it is apparently for most of the fish sold in fish and chip shops. Anyway, this video is going to concentrate mostly on chippies. There'll be a bit at the end about fish and chips that you might see in pub type restaurants. And of course you can also get fish and chips in hotels as well. But for the most part, not entirely, but for the most part, if you want something a little bit more likely that's going to be quality, more likely, not all the time of course, you're better off going to a dedicated fish and chip shop or a chippy. But of course, you know, they're not going to have the hotel atmosphere or the pub atmosphere. They're going to look something like that over there. We're in Mayfair. Mayfair is an area that I know very well. The rents are super high here, of course. So the Mayfair chippy is going to have to reflect that in their prices, of course. So you're more likely to have to pay, say, £3 or £4 more here than, say, a chippy in another parts of London, and that's simply because of the rent. That having been said, I've never heard anyone say any negative comments about the Mayfair chippy, even allowing for the prices. If you're staying in a hotel in this area, you're probably paying a little bit more for the room anyway than if you were outside of this area. So if you're paying a few pound more for your fish and chips, it probably doesn't matter, especially if the quality is okay. Like if you pay a bit more, as if anything, and the quality isn't so good, then you're not going to be so happy. But I've never heard any negative comments about the Mayfair chippy. It's on North Audley Street. Just up there to my left is Oxford Street. Marks and Spencer's to the left, Selfridges to the right. Face the other direction to the south. That's Grosvenor Square. That was the US Embassy on the left. It's now being turned into a Rosewood Hotel. This is Green Street. And Chippy's right next to the Mercado Mayfair. So if you're in this area, want fish and chips, don't mind paying a little bit more, and you want something that, you know, quality is up there, then yeah, no worries. It kind of looks small from the outside, but it does go a little bit deep. So all good, actually, all good. Onwards.